There are four layers of a food web. There are producers, like most kinds of plants, and certain kinds of bacteria, which use photosynthesis to get energy. Primary consumers are the animals and bacteria that eat the plants to gain energy. Secondary consumers are the animals that eat other animals for energy. Finally, there are the decomposers, which, when plants and animals die, fungi and bacteria slowly start decomposing the dead plants and animals into the soil. Each one do different things, and they help interact with the soil in different ways. Producers are the backbone of the food web, interacting with the soil and interlinking the two ecosystems. Plants and their roots greatly influence the soil composition by soaking up water and nutrients from the soil and help the plants grow and feed the other parts of the food web. Dead roots are a great source of organic matter that are easily accessible to bacteria and fungi in order to decompose them and help support microbacterial colonies as they grow around the plants to eat the roots and decompose them more and come down and support the plant. Plants also tend to be treated with pesticides and herbicides, which have little effect on organisms fully in the soil, while those partially above the ground can be affected. Farmers tend to add these to their crops so their crops can grow better, but these will ultimately cause the plants that they grow to be chemically treated, and they can grow even when herbicide is sprayed, which hurts the soil more than it helps. Soil algae and moss are producers, and they act pretty similarly, in which they stick to the top layer of the soil and use photosynthesis, but without roots. These organisms help stabilize the soil, acting sort of like a natural concrete by stabilizing the soil structure to help it stop from eroding and breaking apart. Primary consumers come in the widest range of shapes and sizes, with really big and heavy creatures like elephants or tiny insects like caterpillars. The way all these creatures interact with the soil provide various and cool interactions that are completely different from one another. Nematodes are tiny roundworms that some species that are only herbivores can cause issues to farmers if they get going in a field. These microorganisms can eat plant roots and affect crop yield if they can't be contained, and they can't be with the use of pesticides or herbicides as they are under the ground where the chemicals can't reach. That is why they get way more attention than their carnivorous counterparts that eat creatures. Biologists and farmers have started using fumigants and other biological methods in order to try and keep them contained and unable to spread out. Elephants use soil in order to give themselves dust baths and mud baths in order to cool down and clean off, like how pigs do it. This allows the soils to rotate and bring up old material and help aerate the soil, as well as controlling weed growth and taking them out, and helping more evenly distribute the soil around and mixing the old and new together. Decomposers are the creatures that help the soil most over any other part of the food web. These creatures break down dead plants and animals, and their poop adds nutrients from those creatures back into the soil for use by plants, restarting the cycle over again. Worms ingest soil and debris and feed mainly on fungi and bacteria. Their poop is a good natural fertilizer that encourages plant growth and helps plant benefit the ecosystem. It provides the same natural benefits as most chemical fertilizer. Competition is key for having good soil. Having a balanced food web allows for every stage to occur and allows the soil to remain in good condition, whether it be plants taking up nutrients in the soil, or animals like moles who disrupt the soil by digging holes through it, or even decomposers who make sure that all organic matter that is dead gets reused and put back into the soil. If there's a lack of any part of it, the soil won't be as healthy as it could be.